My name is Sean Bradley. I'm an upcoming senior at Shawnee High School, graduating class of 2026 in Medford, New Jersey, and I wrestle at 120 pounds. People always ask me why wrestling. Well, before wrestling, it was actually jiu-jitsu. It was my passion since I was 3 years old. I started under 5th degree, Helson Gracie, black belt, Ricardo Miguelariz, UFC coach, and world champion. I train 6 days a week, wrestling at Immortals, and jiu-jitsu twice a week in 2 different states. Coach Anthony Terrell at Art of Movement, Balance in Philly. Sometimes I go to Iowa with Jens Pulver, Pat Militich, and Steve Russ. Some of the most elite athletes in the world, such as Andre Petrosky, Tim Sylvia, Frankie Edgar, Heyhun Gracie, Boyce Gracie, Daniel Gracie, Henzo Gracie, and Helson Gracie. I train with Mike Crawley every Sunday for an hour, and I do judo privates with Chris Molina as well. Being surrounded by that level of experience and excellence pushes me to elevate my own game. Every session, every rep is done with a purpose. I don't just go through the motions, I train with intention. Having a complete athletic system is extremely important to me. In addition to my wrestling training, I work with an elite strength coach, professional nutritionist, and multiple Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu professors. I don't want to be just a great wrestler, I want to be a great overall athlete. Every part of the system I do plays a super important role. When all areas, strength, nutrition, and technical skills are aligned, I can compete with absolute confidence knowing I'm prepared in literally every way possible. One of my favorite parts about training with UFC fighters is that I'm able to break down my fights. I got to see firsthand their strategy, what it's like to be a champion, what it takes to be a champion, and it just inspires me every day. I have earned my blue belt in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. I was not supposed to be able to get it until I'm 16. That's the standard rule for everyone. But because of how long I've been training and how high of a level I've been competing at, I was able to get it at 15. I started at 96 pounds my freshman year, and now I'm preparing to compete at 120 pounds my senior year. I've added size, strength, and skill. I've went from not knowing a single wrestling rule to placing at national tournaments like Mawas. My goal is constant evolution. One of the UFC fighters I got very close with and became a mentor is Andre Petrosky. He's the #1 grappler in the middleweight division in the UFC and a Division I collegiate wrestler. One of the biggest lessons I've learned from Andre is that if I want to become a UFC champion, to become the best of the best, grappling in general, specifically wrestling, is the biggest and most important base for any fighter. I have to make sure I'm the best I can be in wrestling and grappling as a whole, so that I can become a UFC champion like John Jones, like Islam Makhachev, Khabib, and many others. I still love jiu-jitsu, but I have to focus on one, which is wrestling. There's a limited amount of time I have to fully master it, which is college, and so that's my full focus. I'm not a part-time wrestler, I'm a full-time wrestler.